morning everybody, and a very, very warm welcome on behalf of the team at Eve's Rotorua. A very warm welcome, particularly to our live stream auctions here today. My name's Grant Child, and my role is to simply facilitate the whole process. And of course, on behalf of our team, our live stream team at livestreamauctionslive.com.au, they're providing us with this wonderful facility here that we can all communicate and get on with the business. We've just got the two properties for you today, folks. Of course, the one at 74 Sapphire Street, and Paddy Maxwell has been looking after that, and 1A Aries Place, with two Andrews from our Rotorua office have been hosting that one. Now, we did have some documentation circulated out there that we were to do Aries Place first at the request of our purchaser for Sapphire Street, who's working to a time frame. We've switched that order of sale around, and we will do 74 Sapphire Street first. So in the meantime, we'll press on now. I'll just talk to you a little bit about the documentation that we worked to here today. It has, of course, been widely circulated through the marketing consultants that you have been working with. Bring your attention to, as you see on the live stream there, on the right-hand side of the screen here, you see the property sale and purchase agreements guide. That's the document put out by the Real Estate Authority. You bids today to tell me that you have received that document, but of course the most important one we work to is the document on the left-hand side of the screen, being the contract of sale. Now, in the office over there, you do have finalised copies of the contract that's available to you. If there's been any amendments to the draft that I refer to, I'll alert you to that as we work our way forward. So, by way of your bidding today, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, and accept the contract that we work to here today, but I will take the liberty of going back to the front page and highlighting just some pertinent points regarding the conduct of today's auctions. Obviously, being auctions, the owners have set reserve prices. That comes of absolutely no surprise, and of course, subject to that reserve price being reached or exceeded, then on the fall of the hammer, you, the successful purchaser, you are deemed as the purchaser, and your obligations today are quite simple. Firstly, sign the contract, and secondly, pay your deposit, and we just ask for 10% of the purchase price here today. The balance is, of course, payable on settlement date, and I'll confirm those settlement dates with each offering as we work through the legal aspects of it. Now, in the unlikely event of any disputed bidding today, I'll simply re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. I don't have any telephone bidding authorisations in place, so those of you that are in the office over there in Rotorua this morning, that's going to be entirely up to you. Now, if I've only got one person that's participating in the auction, folks, I will assist you to get you to what I call the negotiating platform, and I'll do that by what we call vendor bids. Under clause 2.5 of the contract, I'm authorised to utilise those bids, but you can bid confidently and clearly, knowing that I will not use a vendor bid anywhere near the owner's reserve price. I will disclose all vendor bids to you, and I'm only working with you to get you to that opportunity where we can pause the auction and give you the opportunity to continue and working with our sellers here today and see if we can't help you reach agreement. So at this juncture, folks, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might like to put to me. We do have the Zoom live over there as well, so if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer those questions for you now. No questions? Excellent. Let's go to our first offering for the morning then today, and that's, as I said earlier, the property at number 74 Sapphire Street in Glenholme, marketed by Paddy Maxfield, doing a superb job over there, Paddy, and this must have been an absolute delight to present to you as well. Of course, Sapphire Street being one of Rotorua's top streets, certainly a reputable street indeed, and on top of that off, you've got the beautifully presented brick and tile home as well, and one that would make a good investment type property as well, given the low maintenance aspect of it, and of course the proximity as well. Not only have you got the golf course there, but nice easy access into the Rotorua CBD. When we look at the legal aspects of the property, you'll find that record of title 476185 confirms the legal aspects of the property as an estate in fee simple, and you secure approximately 542 square metres of good old Rotorua land. There are no changes, as I understand it, to the chattels list that have been circulated out there, and the settlement date, of course, is 14 days from today's date or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Now, moving on to the next slide now, we've got plenty of off-street parking that you'll see there, folks. As you see there, certainly a 2012 build, so as I mentioned a little bit earlier, nice easy care and low maintenance. And just moving on to the next shot now that shows you the interior of the property there, a modern interior being a 2012 home, the northerly orientation of the home, certainly nice and warm and sunny as well. And of course you've got 3 bedrooms, dual facilities, and the double garage, which again represents a good opportunity for a good investment type property as well. So just to finish off, folks, before I invite your bids there, I remind you of the proximity of this property, so close to the golf course as well, nice and handy. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, certainly one of Rotorua's top streets indeed. So without further ado, I'd be happy to take a $600,000 start from you over there. Who starts me away? Here's your opportunity now. Do I have 600 to start me there? Your opportunity is here. Are we in or out now? First call to start me away at 600. Second time. Third, last opportunity. Are you in, sir? Here's your opportunity now. Happy to start you away then on a vendor bid then? Okay, I'll revert it back to you then, sir, at $600,000 live over there in our Rotorua office here. At $600,000, we're going $20,000 rises from here. At 600, who takes me 20 on here? Here's your opportunity now. First call at $600,000. Are we in or out? Second call now. Move it along here. Third, last opportunity, are we in or out here? Happy to work alongside you then, sir. It's at $620,000 with me. Vendor bid at 620, take me to 40 if you will. At $620,000, be very clear it's with me, sir. Against you over there, do I have 40 from you? First call now for an advance on $620,000. Are you in for 40 there, sir? Second call now, do I have another 20 from you, sir? Third, last opportunity, are you in or out? Give them the right advice there, Karen. Happy to move it along then at $640,000. It's with me. Vendor bid way away from my instructions and the property's value at this point in time. At $640,000. I know you didn't come along to just try and buy the property with one bid there, sir. At $640. At $640,000. Working alongside you here. Take me to $660 if you will. Still well away from my instructions at this point in time. At $640,000. Are you in or out there, sir? First call now at $640,000. Looking for another 20 rise, still well away from the property's value at this point in time. Second call now at 640. Are you in or out there, sir? Here's your opportunity now. Third, final opportunity at 640. Welcome you back in at 660 then. You stall, sir. I call 660. It's with me then. Vendor bid. Still well away from my instructions at this point in time. At $660,000, your opportunity to buy the property is here today. Owners in Auckland keen to do business here. At $660,000, be very clear. Vendor bid at this point in time with me on behalf of our sellers. Again, away from my instructions at 660. Welcome you in at 680, sir. Give you the opportunity to pause. Continue discussions with the seller at that level. At $660,000. First call now, are you in or out there, sir? Don't be afraid of the vendor bids. I'm just working alongside you, still well away from my instructions at this point in time. Second call now at $660,000. Take me to 680, sir. Happy to pause the auction, give you the opportunity to continue discussions at that level. Third, final opportunity for you to join me, sir. Otherwise, I'm going to advance it and I'll close the auction. Anybody can come forward immediately afterwards if I do that. At $660,000, I call you that opportunity now, folks. 660. Give them the right advice there, Karen. Take me to 680 if you will. At $660,000, happy to advance on behalf of the sellers then at $680,000 then. Vendor bid at 680. If I don't get anything else from you on the floor over there, I will close the auction formally and anyone can come forward. At $680,000, are you in or out now? First call now for any advance on 680 to have the first right to continue discussions with our sellers. Second time now at $680,000, are you in or out? Third, final opportunity. There being no further bids, I formally close the auction. And if you wish to continue discussions, sir, by all means talk to Paddy afterwards, but at this point in time, the auction is now closed and I just remind you, anybody can come forward with an offer from this point on. So we'll press on straight through to our next offering today, and of course that is the property at number 1A Aries Place. And again, as I mentioned, we've got Andrew Martin and Andrew Armstrong been on the job with this one, and this property here, positioned on a corner site to provide that dual access, is an absolute bonus indeed. You've got the large covered outdoor living area for entertaining and privacy, and of course you've got the security of that fully fenced yard as well. When we look at the legal aspects of this property, SA 26B Folio 3 is the record of title that confirms the property as what's commonly known as a cross-lease fee simple. My understanding is there's no additions, deletions to the chattels list at all, and I remind you there was some documentation circulated out there saying that the settlement date was 5 working days from today's date. That has been extended out to 14 days from today's date, or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Of course, back to the property itself we go now, elevated to capture pleasant views out over the lake there, as you see on the screen. Absolutely gorgeous and a great soothing place to sit back, relax and enjoy life as well. And to the interior of the property, also observed from the lounge, is that wonderful view indeed. You've got the 3 bedrooms there, of course, to accommodate the family indeed, and you've got that garage that's been converted for a second lounge and perhaps a work from home facility if you so wish. Of course, if you really wanted to, you could probably convert that back again to garaging as well. So all I suggest to you buyers in today's market, it's your market, your money. What will you pay for the property? Here's your opportunity right here, right now. I'd be happy to take a $450,000 start here for number 1A Aries Place in the wonderful city of Rotorua. Somebody start me away at $450,000. First call for a start at 450. Second time, here's your opportunity. Are we in or out? Third, final opportunity. Well, Andrew, there being no bids at $450,000, I formally close the auction, and we then press on, and you can continue with your marketing on that one. So that's all we've got for you today, folks, from our wonderful team at Eves in Rotorua. Thank you for viewing us here today, and of course enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and good morning.